We are live everywhere. Give people time to check in. So I'm going to start in about 4 minutes. Just let people get ready. So this iMoveFreely session is going to be an example of a variety of iMoveFreely ideas to really show sort of different ways that we can incorporate methods to iMoveFreely sessions in a group environment, and so it might feel quite busy. You don't necessarily have to put it together like this, but I just wanted to give examples of options. So I'm going to go through almost levels of the antagonist work as well. Try and give you some new ideas on ways that we can play around with what we're trying to achieve by using iMoveFreely. I was going to black out, but I'm quite keen to let the light shine in, so I hope that's okay. You should be able to see me all right. Facebook, I cannot see you, so if you make comments, I'll have to catch up on those afterwards. So what you will need is a resistance band and 2 hand weights, just 2 small hand weights, or a couple of water bottles you could use as well. Just have those nearby. They are purely for the shoulder section, so what I'm going to try and do today is use as much early, mid, late stage options, just using body weight as much as we can. That's deliberate. There is obviously the option to use equipment if you and or your participants have access to those. So just got a couple of examples. There's certain flows that kind of need a little bit of weight, and that's why I'm going to use those when we get to the shoulder. So I'm going to run through pelvis, spine and shoulder flows. It'll be around about an hour, maybe slightly under, maybe slightly over. We'll see how it goes. I'm just gonna, I can't see the Facebook group, I'm afraid, for some reason. Let me just see if I can get in just before we start. No, I can't see you, sorry Facebook guys. What I'm going to do now, and got my friend in here with me as well, because it feels nice. Some sunshine. Oh, by the way, Kath or Marina, can you give me a thumbs up? Can you hear me all right? Brilliant, thank you. So I'm going to add a little bit of music to the flavour. Find a space. I'm going with bare feet. So entirely up to you if you want to use shoes. I'm going to start, if you can, with the base of the feet together. So I want you to just relax. I want you to forget the learning environment, and I want you to enjoy a movement session with me today, rather than being the learners. Hi there, Wendy. So I want to show you an alternative to the force line as we know it. So from here, you're going to place the hands together in a prayer position. Elbows and knees are going to come together with 20% effort. We're also pressing the ankles down towards the floor to affect that force line release on both sides of the hips. Just a different model, same concept. We're going to do one release, go into the antagonist work, and then the agonist work in our flows. So if you go to a lying position, feet together, just let the knees drop out and back in for the antagonist strength work. So just starting super basic, and as I enhance the options, please know you can come back here at any time. Just relax, take some deep breaths. We're just using the hip joint. From here, roll to face the camera, elbow underneath the shoulder, bend both knees, and then you're just going to lift it to a bridge. So we're now in the agonist strength work of the abductors. So again, I'm starting in that easiest option. Just going to run through around about 8 repetitions, and again, we're just enjoying movement today. If you want to do more rep sets with your members, your clients, your participants, feel free. Just roll to the back, so we're going to do the opposite side as well. Same again, elbow underneath the shoulder, and then just lift and lower. Small moves, just enjoying that starting. And then back to our bilateral foreside. Take some deep breaths. Maybe close your eyes and just listen and think about opening up through the hips. Take the lie back down. Option 1, feet down. Option 2, just adding a little more load and taking that base of support away. Now while you're here, I just want you to remember to relax your neck. And I'm telling myself that as much as I'm telling you. Roll onto your side. Option 1. Option 2, just take that top leg long. So we've lengthened out a little bit of that base. And again, it's being conscious that we are actually loading through the shoulder as a stabiliser. And we also have the trunk control playing in as well in that kind of dynamic side plank. Opposite side, you can roll away or switch, entirely up to you. Just breathe through the movement. Conscious about the lower half of the body. Back to the front. So kind of a relatively dynamic warm-up, even as we transition through the flows. So we're getting the blood flow there, but it's at that nice, easy level with options and alternatives. So we're going to do 4 rounds of each flow, and each round I'm going to offer you a harder option. So option 1, option 2, option 3 with the longer leg. I like to take my arms out to the side for balance. If you did want the extra challenge, you can lift the arms away from the floor. And again, it's just about a different flavour to the movement. We're still focusing on that antagonist strength work. Bring the legs in, roll to your side again. So option 1, knees together. Option 2, top leg out straight. Option 3, lift the top leg as you come up into that side bridge. So we're working the hip abductors on both sides of the hip. And again, that's going to increase the intensity. Great hip abductor move, that bottom hip really gets a nice bit of load in there. Opposite side. And the top hand, you can just rest on the top leg, across the chest. Make sure you're coming all the way down. Last round. So I'm hoping by now, as you get into this position, you should be feeling like the hips have really started to open up now. Remember, the alternative is to do 4 of these at the very beginning before running through the strength work. I like the fact that we have to keep moving between the exercises rather than staying in one position and finishing a whole round, but there's nothing wrong with doing that as well. Fourth option. Option 1. Option 2. Option 3. Now option 4 is one leg at a time. So you're going to need the hands probably out to the side on this one. And that challenge here is keeping the hips nice and level. So we don't want those hips rocking side to side. And again, that might be dictated by the range. So keeping the range small, or stay with the double leg. Back onto the side. So I like to just bring the arm into this fourth level. You take the arm over the top and make this into a nice big sweep. And again, it might depend on your audience. You have got that 2-foot option. I'm not strong enough for that one, so I'm not doing that one. If you want to do that one, feel free. I'm going to stick with this one because it feels good. Okay, so the second flow is going to be a combination of both hip flexors and extensors. So lying on your back, if you can, palms on top of your thighs, without lifting your feet, bring your thighs and your hands together. 20% effort. So we're releasing through the hip flexors at the front of the body. Take some breaths. Fill your lungs. Expand the ribs. Bring the knees in. Lace the fingers behind. We're going to go straight into bilateral leg press. Again, just relax the shoulders. 20%. You know the drill. I'm going to take you through level 1, 2, 3, 4 again in the options for the antagonist and agonist strength work. So from here, hip flexor strength, just a toe tap. You could literally start with the feet on the floor. From here, just coming into the hip flexors. Then spread the toes, lift into the bridge. So we go through flexor, extensor, alternating. Shoulders relaxed. So I don't know about you, but I'm really enjoying this sunshine. Let the upper body relax. Focus the squeeze and back the hips. Back to the hip flexor, muscle energy technique, anti-spasm release. Whatever you like to call it in your sessions. Deep breaths, hands behind, leg press. Again, I use this as an excuse to focus on relaxing the shoulders. Take some time and breathe. Option 1, option 2, longer in the leg. Now you can choose how long you take the legs. So obviously the longer, the more load on that longer lever. And again, it's down to you, your level, as long as your back stays where it is and the hips stay level. Feet go down. Bring the feet narrower and slightly further away for the glute bridge now. So we're opening up through the length between the two bases of support, but we're making it narrower at the base. You could also take the hands away, and it's just going to feel different each round. Back to neutral, hands on for hip flex release. Neck and shoulders relax. Little bit of you time, guys. Many of you are teaching a lot of classes. I want you to really take advantage of this one. It's all about you. Leg press. Relax. Find your 20. Super low, deep breath. Think about how that pelvis feels now. Should be moving freely and feeling more stronger, robust. Option 1, option 2, option 3, long legs. I like this one, reminds me of my dancing days. But again, if it's too much, just reduce the lever, reduce it back, take it to where you want it. Arms down for extra support. Into the bridge, this time, alternating single leg. So we just lift 1 foot away and then alternate with the other side. See if you can still get the same press into hip extension, just using one side. Feels quite different for me on this one. 4 more. Shoulders down, remember, relax the neck. Last one. Hip flexors, last round. Relax. And breathe. Leg press. Gently does it. I hope you've got sunshine in your rooms as well, guys. It's about time we have the sunshine back, isn't it? Deep breath. Alright, we're going to combine extension and flexion for this last round. So, we take one leg away, and then we bridge and lift, and then change. Bridge, lift, and change. So we're actually hitting both the hip flexors and extensors. You could bring the leg in at the top, so you get that combination of extension with the bridge and then flexion with the other leg. And you can create all sorts of patterns here, just to give it that little bit of difference. A couple more. And relax. So I want you to stay on the floor, but roll onto your side. So this is going to be something you may or may not have seen before. We're going to do glides in a side lying position. So if you want to watch first time, you can. It's exactly the same movement, side lying. So we're doing a side lying lumbar glide. Now this is going to depend sometimes on body shape. The more curvy you are, the more exaggerated or even the less exaggerated this may be. So hand on the top hip, and you could almost fix the hip with the hand. And again, it's about feel. It needs to be small, remember, just like seated or wall glides. Then I'm going to roll to the back of the room to do the opposite side. Let you see from the back. Small move. You can rest the head on the hand. Then roll to the back. So I'm going to use spine lumbar mobility here as the antagonist. Flexion first, into the tilt of extension. But I want to curl up just a little bit to work the spine flexors in opposition to QL. Neck and shoulders relaxed. arms out, rocking onto the side of the foot or the shoe. Small move, just let it go. Roll to face camera, side glide. Keep it small. Couple more here. Roll to the other side. And if you prefer, you can do these seated or against the wall if you are not fans of this version. I just wanted to introduce you to an alternative. Lie on the back, curl up first, extend, curl up, extend. So on the flexion, I want to contract the flexors, extension is just a tilt. Flexion is the strength, extension is just a tilt. It's almost like we're combining both the spine strength and then the spine mobility. Strength, move. Strength, move. Knees together, feet together, just rock. Small range, just lotioning up that lumbar spine. We're going to do one last round. From here. Try almost not to add tension, you're just moving now. For many, this is going to feel really small, but it's just that kind of neuromuscular, proprioceptive sensation of the gliding. Change sides. 2 more. On the back. Flexion, strength, and move. So feel how nice it feels after the first time. Do it 2-3 times. Starts to feel nicer. Pre-programmed it, so the third time through usually feels more fluid, hopefully. If not, a little bit more practice. Knees and feet together. Just a rock side to side. So last one for the spine before we come into shoulders. Okay, roll onto your side, face camera. Hands under shoulders, push up, and bring yourself into, if you're comfortable, a kneeling position. We're going to come into back liner, to the front of the chest. So we're going to release both sides, one at a time. Hand on the opposite shoulder. Just relax through the neck. Take a big breath. Feel the shoulder move back gently as back liner releases. Change sides. Again, nice big breath. Remember the relationship between this muscle, the scapula, and your rib cage. So we want to work through those retractors at the back. We're going to come onto all fours to begin. Wrists or palms. From here, we literally have the option to purely squeeze the shoulder blade back. An alternative here would be to add longer arm, as long as we're encouraging the shoulder blade to slide back towards the spine. You know the drill. Two more. Same position, leaving the palms down, drop the body, and then push away. So we're coming into the protractors now. And again, this is more about proprioceptive preparation before we start to add some load. This is for those beginners, early adopters, early movers. Just to sense and feel how well those scapula move. Sit back. Hand on the opposite shoulder. I'm going to run through it again. Again, just see how that feels. I like to move my head just a little bit, just to kind of find where I can help the movement. And the same when we change with the ribs, big breaths, using the breath during muscle energy techniques I find to help with that low grade effort and the timing. The 2 big 5-second in, 5-second out breaths. Going to give us the time we were after or thereabouts. Back to all fours. So we have that option 1, pure retraction. Option 2 is a front crawl. But as you front crawl, trying to keep the spine still. Imagine you've got a tray of drinks on your back. So that we're trying not to open up through the body. It is purely scapular movement around the rib cage. And then we can do exactly the same in a back crawl. And again, it's just sensing where that scapula sits and glides over the rib cage. Just through comfortable ranges. And then we stop and we sink the body between the arms to add that agonist protraction work. Sink back, set 3. So hopefully the shoulders are feeling good, starting to become familiar with the scapula's ability to glide, but hopefully with some control. We're going to add more load through this time by opening up the base of support. Change sides. It's an option, you don't have to follow, you can stick with the first options. See how it feels. Let me have a try and see if you can still control. You ready? So back to all fours. So what we're going to do from here is that front crawl action, but as we step the hand down, we take it slightly forwards. So we're going to start to open up that base of support. So the knees are further away from the hands. We take it to the back crawl, and we move back again. And it's about the dynamic arm as well as the static arm stabilizing while the dynamic arm moves. So both shoulders are working out here. Once we get to that end position, we're going to add in the protraction work. So drop the body. We've now got that wider gap. If that's too much, stick with your narrow gap in here. Obviously a brace through the trunk. I don't need to tell you guys. Walk back. Last round. Hand up front of the opposite shoulder. So hopefully you've got a nice little bit of heat through the shoulders now. They're feeling kind of a bit more ready for anything, particularly if you sit at a desk like me. This allows me to acknowledge what they can and can't do and actually work on that. Change sides. So you've seen the previous options. This last one is slightly different. And I'm actually going to come down and lie on my front. So the final option is going to be the butterfly from here, face down. Arms coming up and over for that scap retraction. If it's too much, come onto all fours, use one of the previous options. Again, the height you lift the arms is entirely up to you. The pace you use is up to you, the speed. Stay sensible. Hands under shoulders. From here, I'm going to come to toes for protraction in that push-up posture. And I want to feel the retraction and then feel the protraction. So you're really getting the load through the shoulder stabilizers. And relax. Alright. Subscapular crusculators we're going to do combined with like flexors extensors. So I'm going to come side on. We're going to use the hands on the knees. Hands on the inside of the knees. You're going to rotate the arms out. 20% effort. Little release for crusculators here. And we're also hitting those adductors. Extra bang for your buck. Change sides. Hands on the outside. We're now pushing out and rotating the arms in for subscapularis. A little bit of time to breathe. Let the shoulders relax. Now you're going to need your band and your weights behind you, just above your head. So as you lie down, grab your band. So I've got a ring band, doesn't matter which one. You're going to wrap it around the hands, elbows tuck in for external rotation, or if you've got a single band, you can just pull out, tuck the elbows in, but not too tight. You want to feel the rotation. You want the arm to move, so rather than being locked in, just tucked in, but not too locked in, if that makes sense. Get a good squeeze at the end there. Band goes down. 2 weights or 2 buckles, elbows to the side. Back of the palm on the floor, and then an internal rotation. If it's too much up here, just bring the elbows down and then rotate from here. It's about the feel. How does it feel to you? If you don't have any weight, just try this one. Just feeling the movement of rotation and shoulder. Bring yourself back to sitting. Hands on the inside. Rotate down. Neck and shoulder relaxed. Deep breath. Remember, you hit those hips at the same time. Oh yeah. Hands on the outside. Knees push out. Hands push in. We're going to repeat. So this one is pretty much the same. Harder options are going to be a harder resistance or a heavier load or more reps. Take the lie back. Grab your bands. Again, I want you to really kind of feel that external rotation. Make sure the shoulders stay relaxed and back. Don't rise up towards the ears. And use the control of the band all the way back, that eccentric. Nice little extra in there. Ready for the weights? The band goes down, weights ready, and then turn it. Adjust, tweak, place where you feel it works for you. You can almost come to the side. Turn in from here. Higher with the elbow is going to give you more range through subscap. But it depends on how your shoulders feel. Bring it back up. 2 more rounds. Hands in. It's all about you guys. Just enjoy. Take your time while you're here. Focus. 20 only. Change. Now if you don't have a band, remember you have the alternative with a free weight, but you will need to swap sides halfway through. Everyone's got a band, surely, these days. One of the cheapest, easiest to store pieces of home gym equipment. Having different textures is also good. So you can have heavier weights and lighter weights, different colours to progress or use in different parts of the body. So I want you to feel the movement here. Try and get the range from the floor. Full rotation up. Don't need to go any further. Just to where your hand is perpendicular to the floor. And then take it back down. Last round here, guys. Change. Hopefully you're already feeling a little bit better, a little bit oiled around the joint area. Rosie. Take a lie down. Last time here, guys. And press against that band. Turn it out. Slowly back. Remember that eccentric. Easy there. Band goes down. Choose your weights. Choose your shoulder position. Choose your degree of abduction. Maybe just alter position a little bit. Do a couple of breaths. And then the weights go down. Bring yourself back up to sitting. Upper trap flow. Now we're going to do a combined upper trapezius and median nerve release. Just again to sort of see how we can play around with our new breathing techniques. So, head to one side, hand over the top to initiate your upper trap muscle energy technique. Free arm comes down into a very slow and steady median nerve mobilization. So what we're doing here is the release on the upper trap combined with that median nerve release. Nice and slow. Change sides. Same on the opposite side. So we're lifting the head into the hands. And then I like to shut my eyes and really sense the movement of the median nerve, where I feel it, where it glides, before that point of real tension kicks in, just where it tickles my first finger. Great stuff. So if we take the agonist as the upper traps, from here, we're going to go into a hands just behind, almost like drop the body, and then I'm going to push down through the shoulders to get into the scapular depressors. This is going to depend on how it feels for you. You can come onto knuckles, shoulders up, and then press down. You can use yoga blocks. Arms slightly back, feet close to the body for an easy kind of base of support. I'm really focusing on scapulas being back and down. I really, really have to focus on getting my shoulders back on this one. Okay, from here we now want to work the scapular elevators. I'm going to scoop the hands underneath my leg. From here, using the weight of the leg, Elevate the shoulder blades. Shoulders up and down using the weight of the leg, nice and light, and with a switch so we don't get that strength in one angle. And do the same number of reps on the other side. Alright, cross the legs, back to the release. I'm going to do it side on now so you can just see a different angle.
Great, thank you today. Thank you for the father.
Change sides.
Oh, great, it's just a great going. I'm a great going and mono.
Is someone out there? Has someone got their speaker on?
That's quick.
Is it okay to turn it on? Give yourself a few, guys. Hands back for the scapula depressors, shoulders back, lift and down. And again, we can use the eccentric, so press up and then slowly lower. Now you have got the option of taking the feet further away. That's going to make it a little bit harder as we increase the gap between the two bases of support. Back to the shrug, and again, what we can do is lengthen the leg to add a little bit more load as we elevate the shoulders. And then we're going to switch sides. Really focusing on pulling up, trying not to use my hip flexor, trying to make sure it kind of stays in the shoulders, just a bit we want to work with. Alright, back to the release. Nice and slow. I've definitely got more range, just to help. Feeling good.
Right.
Change sides.
So we can't hold Saturday now. Hands back. Now, into your dips. This time, what we can do is take one leg away. And again, you're increasing intensity by removing part of the base of support. If it's too much, you bring it back, or you challenge with both legs that little bit further away. One more. All right. So, scapular elevators. An added challenge here. Both legs. If you don't like it, don't do it. It's going to take a little bit of balance on your bottom. Still getting the shrug, but the weight of both legs. Make sure it feels good. If it's not good, put one foot down, go back to the previous option. Relax. Last time, last round. Hand over the top. Have a little wiggle through the shoulder. Find that tension there. Change sides. Alright, scap dips. So obviously we've got that option to a longer lever now, single leg, shoulders back. And I just alternate every few repetitions. Alright, back to the elevators. Can we do it? Can we? I'm saying that because I'm not sure if I can yet. Extend way through the scapula. If it's too much, go back to your original option. Try and get the load in the shoulders. Let's do 4 more, shall we? You gonna do 4 more? Check us out. Yes, Kat. And relax. Amazing. Last one. Sciatic nerve mobility. So, coming back onto your backs, I'm going to go through the levels. So, one leg up, basic hamstring stretch, adding in the nerve mobilization here. Nice and slow. Option, increase the range. Change sides. Nice and slow, guys. So we can use this in a session and just use the foot as the guide. Head down is always an option, bringing the leg further in. And relax. Second round. You can do what you've done previously, or if you feel good, if you feel confident,
What?
we can take these over the top. Use the feet in an alternating pedaling action. If you don't like this one, it's too much on the neck. Bring it into sitting, and you can pedal the feet in a forward fold.
Yeah.
Slow, nice and controlled. Alternative, bring one leg in, forward fold, just do one side, and then change. How are we doing out there? Feeling good? So once I finish the session, I like to feel what I've achieved. So if you want to join me just in the finish, just going to sort of enjoy the hips, the ankles, the knees. Curl up and feel what's going on at the hips, the spine, walking the feet out. And again, just play with your own movement, anything that you want to try out. You can come with me if you like, or you can try your own positions, postures. Yes. Woo. So, I hope you guys were able to enjoy yourselves because it's an important part of what we do when we're helping others is to actually look after ourselves a little bit. So I hope that gave you some ideas. I was trying to think of the different ways I've played with some of the moves. If you do have any questions, let me know. Next week, 2 p.m, Leah is going to be sharing her interpretation. Marina's going to follow the subsequent week, and then we've got Kim lined up for the week after. So Wendy, Helen, Rob, if you want to do a variation, 20 minutes, an hour, this is all to Biomechanics coaches. So all we're doing is just showing the way we interpret it. You can add any flavor you like, any timing, any music, any equipment, and we're just sharing with each other the way we have created our own variations. And what you've hopefully seen today is just playing with the movements and putting a little bit of a flow together is one way of interpreting it.
It's not the only way. So, you know, please, please, please share your versions. Let me know if you want to be part of it. I'll add you to the schedule. You're very welcome. And yeah, feedback, guys. Share in the group. Let me know what you think. And hopefully I'll get to see your session soon. Marina, I'll see yours in a couple of weeks. Guys, have a great week. Take care.